Dillian the Body Snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Okay, so it looks like Tyson Fury is returning to the WWE. I know he said for quite some time that he'd like to return, and it looks like it could well be happening. Tyson Fury put out a post on social media, link to it in the description box as always, where he says that the Saudi King is returning, or the Saudi King is back, words to that effect, and he pointed to a picture of himself when he was doing his ring walk in Saudi Arabia at the WWE Crown Jewel event. I think it was Crown Jewel, when he took on that Braun Strowman fella. Now, when this is going to be exactly, not entirely sure. I looked on the WWE schedule, depending on where you're from, and everything's all booked up, including WrestleMania and all that kind of stuff. But there is a slot in February where it says to be announced, where the pay-per-view itself is going to be announced and the venue, the location to be announced as well. So I'm just presuming here that Saudi Arabia in February with WWE for Tyson Fury, who he's going to be having a rumble with, absolutely no idea. I did hear a while ago something about that Scottish fella. I don't know whether he's still champion or not. I don't watch WWE anymore. Was it Drew McIntyre, I think his name is? Maybe. Now, for me, I'd much rather that he'd done that with the WWE than go fight a Robert Helenius for the Ring magazine, even though that will have its own issues anyway, because Robert Helenius is not ranked even in the top 10 of the Ring magazine, but not defend his WBC belt. For me, he's a WBC champion, so therefore each and every time he fights, he should be defending that belt. For me, I'd rather Tyson Fury lost the belt in the ring or retained his belt in the ring. I don't want to see him fighting Robert Helenius for a ring belt but not defend the WBC belt, because then he's going to open up a whole lot of other scenarios where, for example, how people feel if Anthony Joshua, whenever he took on his mandatories, for example, look at his last one against Alexander Usyk. If he said, well, you know what, I'm going to defend my WBO belt as he's my WBO mandatory, but I'm not going to defend the WBA, the IBF, or the IBO. So even if he beats me, I've still got them belts. For me, it shouldn't work that way. I've noticed I'm saying for me quite a lot. Now, I'd rather that he'd done this. I really would. Now, that's not to say that the Saudi Arabia return won't be against a Robert Helenius or a Andy Ruiz Jr. Maybe it will be. Maybe. It's very, very possible. But it does look more like a WWE event. Now, if he's going to do this just to keep active, cool. I think keep his body fit, keep his mind active, give him something to do, earn a bit more extra money. Why not? Why not a WWE? Much better than going to fight a Robert Helenius. Bearing in mind, he has one fight left on his ESPN and Top Rank deal. Do you really think that Top Rank want him to be fighting a Robert Helenius or someone like that? No, they'd much rather it be a Dillian Whyte or a Joshua Usyk winner, for example, to try and claw back some of the money that they have so far lost on Tyson Fury, the 5-fight deal for $100 million. They haven't recuperated that back yet, so they're going to do everything that they can in his 5th and final fight with them to secure that back as best they possibly can. Not going to happen with Robert Helenius, and of course they will have little to no involvement with the ESPN, with WWE event. Maybe they will. Is it shown on ESPN? I have no idea. But maybe he's going to do this just while he's waiting for the situation with Dillian Whyte to resolve. Hopefully that's what it is, and as I said before, it keeps him active. Dillian Whyte, unfortunately, has not been active. The last time he had a fight was in the rematch against Alexander Povetkin. So quite a long time ago. And while this is not a boxing match for Fury, I understand that. But it's still him keeping fit, keeping motivated, keeping his mind busy, keeping his body active and fit. Because it is a very, very physical job doing that WWE stuff. Yes, it's scripted, it's all predetermined and everything, but still, it's going to be very, very physical. So he's going to have to be in tip-top shape to do it, isn't he? Anyway, that seems to be the news, that Tyson Fury is going to be returning to the WWE. My guess, in February. Either way, it looks like Saudi Arabia. Do you prefer that? Or do you prefer him to go fight a Robert Helenius and not have the WBC belt on the line? I'd much prefer that he does his WWE thing just to keep a little bit busy while we're waiting for the Dillian Whyte fight. Hopefully that will be his next fight. I don't want to see him vacate it. I don't want to see him stripped I want to see Dillian Whyte win that belt in the ring. Or Tyson Fury retain the belt in the ring. That's the only way it should be. Fury should not be fighting in a boxing ring unless he's defending that belt, in my honest opinion. Anyway, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.